morning, guys, and welcome back. Quick update today on what I've been up to for the last kind of 10 weeks or so. I've been missing a little bit. Some information about mental health, which I think is quite an important message. I think it's worth listening to. Hopefully that'll help people, help someone out, at least one person. Then it's worthwhile. And then I'd like to talk about. I'm going to go through what my plans are for the channel for the future, what videos I've got coming up, etc. So yeah, I did a little rehearsal of this video, as I do with all my videos, just a kind of a dress rehearsal, just to go through it off the top of my head, watch it back, and then make changes. But for this one, I think I'm gonna just show you that first go, if you like, because I think it was unplanned, and it was I think it'll get the message across better than a kind of a rehearsed and a perfected and an edited version. Just going to hand over to me, and I'm just going to let that play. Hi guys, and welcome back to Dazzle Koi. Apologies, I've not been around for a while. Some of you may have noticed I've not been posted a video for a while. I've not been answering my comments and questions as punctually as I usually do. So this video, I want to give you an explanation as to why, and I've got a serious message as well about mental health along the way. And then I want to tell you my plans for the future of Dazzle Koi channel, and what I've got coming up. So, where to start? Soon after I posted my last video back in October, I will try and keep this brief, but as I say, there is a serious message that I want to get across. Really, hopefully, will help someone out. I went to the Rugby League Grand Final with my wife of 26 years. Watching the game, I've never been a particularly emotional person, but I was watching the game, and it was a close game, and Saints won, and looking around, and everyone was elated and happy, and I just kind of didn't feel it, and I suspected something wasn't normal, let's say, from that. I think I got to thinking about it. Yeah, I sort of convinced myself that I was struggling with my mental health in some way or another, but I wasn't sure at the time. But I just thought something maybe wasn't right. So soon after that, I kind of collected my thoughts, and then I tried to speak to my wife about it. That didn't go well. We struggle to communicate. I struggle to communicate properly. I'm not good at it. I didn't do a good job of that. It didn't go well. We had an argument, and the next day she told me that she wanted me to move out because she needed some space. I moved out, heard nothing then from her, tried to give her a space, and about 3 weeks later I tried to contact her, and in another WhatsApp message she told me she wanted a divorce. So, as you can imagine, I basically lost everything, and my mental health suffered. I was in a bad place. So I kind of realised that I needed to get some help, I guess, for although I didn't really know what for or why at the time. Subsequently got some medication, and I found myself a psychotherapist who went and saw for 1 day a week, been about, 6 times maybe now, maybe 5, something like that. And through those sessions, I've uncovered I've learned so much. Honestly, it's the best thing I've ever done. I mean, if you don't have an issue, then I wouldn't suggest you go, but it really is very, very good. I learned so much about myself. But it turns out that I was kind of on the right tracks with what I thought after the Saints game. But I suffer from something called rumination, cyclic thoughts, cyclic thinking. So for a period of time, and I honestly don't know how long I've suffered from this, I'm guessing it could be all my life. This was my normal. This was how I had no reason to think that I wasn't normal, that this wasn't how everyone was. It could be all my life. And basically what rumination is, I basically live in my head. So I think constantly, overthinking, whatever you call it. And the thoughts are in my case, it's a lot about what is coming up. So if I was going to Aldi and then I was going to Tesco's, when I'm at Aldi, I'll be going over and over dozens to 10s, 20, 30 times over and over constantly about the journey to Tesco, what I'm going to do what I'm going to buy at Tesco, to the point that I'm never in the moment. I'm never present or conscious. So although I have been there in body with my wife for these however long, I am inside my head and I'm somewhere else. And and it's cyclic because if I then went to Tesco's, I would be on to the next thing. So I would never get to that point where I am in the present. So I am constantly living in my subconscious. Essentially, life has just passed me by. This condition, it is a serious condition. It leads to depression. So a revelation. So I'm working through that now. I'm going to get that sorted out. It can be fixed, and I'm already seeing progress, and it will be fixed. But yeah, it's frightening. It's a frightening thought. I've suffered from depression in the last few weeks as well. The point of me ramblings, and if you're still with me, I hope I'm not bored you, is that I was the last person on earth who thought I would ever suffer from depression or any kind of mental health. That was not for me. That was what other people did. And I have suffered from this. It could be all my life. I had no idea. So, yeah, that is the message. Just look out for each other. Don't think it won't happen to you. If you suspect something, anything at all, even if it comes to nothing, go and see a therapist. 35, 40 quid for an hour. You will know if there is a problem. It's all fixable. It's all fixable, but you've got to recognise that you have a problem and go and seek out help for it. As I say, I was in a bad place. I've lost everything except my life. And it could easily have been a different story. It could have been that I lost that too. So, yeah, jolly cheerful Christmas message is awareness, I guess. Don't think it won't happen to you. It can, and it does. Now, as I say, when this all happened, I gave up the channel. Essentially, my heart wasn't in it. It wasn't something I was ever going to do again. However, my therapist suggests that is a good thing for me. It keeps me busy, keeps me current. It keeps me in the present. Keeps me occupied, keeps me conscious, and gives me something to do. That is good for me, and so I am going to carry on with the channel. So for 2022, I will be back bigger and better than ever. I have videos planned. I'm going to make the second part of the health video. I'm working on that now. I will make that. I am going to tackle salt. I've always shied away from it because it always ends badly. I'm going to tackle salt. I'm going to make a video with my opinion of salt in a koi pond. I've not decided yet whether I'll turn off comments or I'll just not read any or whatever. I don't want it to turn into a fight. It will be my opinion, based on my 26 years keeping koi and my scientific background. I will give you my opinion for what it's worth. So that's coming up. Also, middle of January, Tim at Quality Nishiki Koi is having as a shipment coming in of koi. Tim's invited me along to that. The receipt of those koi into his quarantine system. Usually it's in the middle of the night, but whatever. But it's something hobbyists generally don't get to see, and you don't always appreciate the work that goes in and the procedures that a reputable proper dealer has to follow with new koi coming in. So I will go along, take part in that, film that, and I'll get you sort of behind the scenes on that, and bring you a video on that. And then short term, I've been thinking about everybody's and his dog has done a Q&A video. It's boring, to be honest. I'm not going to do a Q&A video, and it's a bit pointless as well, because in this day and age, if you've got a question, you type it into Google, you get your answer. But I would like to do a video or series of videos giving you my opinion on your questions, statements, if you like, whatever it may be. But I ask you to send me those in the comments below. Ask a question you'd like me to talk about, give my opinion on. So try and think of things that are a little bit more subjective, that, not black and white. Say maybe it's you should never do X because Y, discuss, or something that is not a straightforward black and white answer. And I'll try and kind of give you my opinions on those. I do also intend to do other videos at Tim's facility. So at Quality Nishiki Koi, he kindly offered to let me use his place for whatever people want to see, really, whatever people find interesting. He has a very good quality koi there, which we can use, if you like, to sort of highlight good traits, bad traits, things to look for in koi, stuff like that. And also, I did mention a while back, and I've never got round to it, but I'd like also to do some videos where, so quite often I'll go and there'll be other hobbyists there, and we'll sit down with a cup of tea and just talk koi. And I've often come out of those and thought, oh God, that would be, I wish I'd recorded that, so I've got all that, because a lot of good stuff comes out of it. It's really interesting. So I'd like to do some videos, like a bit fly on the wall, where we just talk about stuff, and we put it together and get that out there. I think it would be interesting, hopefully. But yeah, as a matter of priority, yeah, put some questions, comments, statements, discussion points, anything you want down in the comments below, and I'll get to work on a video giving my opinion on those. That's kind of the first thing I want to do. It's, if I never made it clear, we're kind of, it's the 30th of December 2021. Temps, I don't know what they are. I don't have a thermometer on my pond. I go off what my fish are telling me. I have no interest in the water temp, but I suspect I don't know, 6-7 degrees maybe. It's cold. My koi is still active. They have had just the odd day here and there where they've not looked interested in food, and when I haven't fed them, other than that, they've fed every day. I'll just stick a little video on at the end so you can see how they're doing and how things are looking. Other than that, perfect. No issues at all with the system, the filtration. Tempest is still be coming up on in about 6 weeks. I'll have had that a year. Mad how quick the time goes. That is still bang on. Can't fault it really. I've never had a peep out around it. It's still doing a great job. The pod is fine, as you know. I flush them both every day. I haven't always been able to do that recently with not living in that house, but it's still done it doesn't get longer than 3 days without flushing them. So yeah, no problems there. Shower's still great. So yeah, all good. So yeah, I just wanted to update, and as I say, apologies for leaving it so long and for my tardiness replying to comments and things. As I say, after the new year, I will be back better than ever, hopefully, and we'll kick on and with some good new videos. So yeah, thank you for your patience. Happy New Year to everyone, all the best, and I'll see you all in 2022.